Stadium in Iowa City. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero. The beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Hawkeyes kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, but basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football, so we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There's too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven. And they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that.
Maybe some room here. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So Iowa's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And Here comes the maestro of this offense. Gets the start for this team and tries to get the offense rolling. Good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Hauls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boy, there will be questions to be answered. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches to him here on the second drive, but he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. We reached the break. It's NC State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the 1st and 2nd quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the 2nd quarter. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's looking to throw. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end.
It just took the quarterback a little too long to find his tight end that time. He's out there by the sideline, wide open. If the quarterback can just get it to him a hair sooner, he's going to have a chance to advance that thing forward, and they're going to get more yards. So the quarterback just has to be able to make his decision a little bit quicker moving forward.
And he's not going to get the 1st down. Good stop there. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. QB draw. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. NC State will pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the 1st down.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They believe they can run right here. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, the ground game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. There's a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Hawkeyes in the hurry-up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on...
Snags it, and he's open. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clements. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Hawkeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. That's caught. It's Mosley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Send the tight end in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with a completion.
He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back. From the gun, running back on the move. Can't get him to the ground. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. And the Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go right back to it. Got a little grass. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Mosley. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the NC State sideline, guys, the running back told me something to keep an eye on. It's just he's a little banged up and bruised up. Last week in that win, a lot of contact that he absorbed, and he said he's got to really fight through it here today. Not 100%, but I will let you know how it's going from the sidelines. Guys?
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The give to the lone running back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Give to the fullback. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Give to the big fullback. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate.
Could be an alley. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing.
129, go, go!
Give to the single back. And they're able to get him on the ground. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snatches it on the right. He's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa!
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the NC State sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead.
Turning it on! Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They want to throw it. Going for it all. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And the returner will be knocked down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Mosley. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Ready, ready. Black 88. Black 88. Where did he go?
Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think at this time you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Iowa spends his 2nd time out here. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now the Hawkeyes will call their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. The give to the big fullback. Finding, got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the NC State sideline, this offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.